Hello YouTubers and fellow mod wigglers. Today is July 15th, 2022, and I am JC, John from Visions Music Group. This is my face, which you normally never see on this channel, but today, the 15th of July, marks a pretty special occasion for me. It is 1 year ago today that I received my very first Eurorack modules. And so 1 year ago today started my modular journey. And so I wanted to come on here and look you in the eye, and for anybody who stops by and watches these silly videos of mine, I want to say thank you for stopping by and watching my modular journey with me. This journey started out as just a series of video diaries I was doing just for memory's sake, because I probably won't remember what I'm doing in a year from now. But here we are. It's a year later. And that's it. I just wanted to thank you for sticking around and watching. So coming up next is going to be a brief walkthrough of my actual first days with modular, unscripted, unedited, raw and natural noobness like you've never seen before. Celebration day for me. Show you how far I've come, which hopefully is a little bit more than day one. We'll see. Let me know by the end of the video. Meanwhile, once again, thank you very much for hanging around, and we'll see you in years to come. Take care. I don't know why she's called Pamela. Definitely a toy for men. All right, so we have a transformer with a plus 12 ground and negative 12. Red, black, and blue. Red, black, blue times 2 buses. So there's one set of chords that then comes to, oops, where am I? Red, black, and blue. So I have red, black, blue, because you can't really see it down in there. Plus 12 and, oops, minus 12. My fat finger in the way. And they come over here to plus 12, ground, minus 12. All right, so I don't think I'm gonna blow anything up, right? All right, here goes the first power on test. This is just the standalone bus board and transformer. I'm gonna film it in case this blows up and kills me. One of these things goes through my eyeball. Here's my power supply plugged into the AC power in the wall next to my coffee pot. Anyway, I'm on the counter. I'm going to turn on this power now, and we're going to see power to the transformer. Ready, set, go. Oh. All right, so the positive 12, negative 12 are lit up. Ground, of course, has no light. Over here we have positive and negative 12, and the 5 volt doesn't have any power because we're not using 5 volt in this configuration, and I guess that's it. So now the theory is I plug a module in here and it will light up. Let's try that next. All right, so I have moved my rig over to the cutting board because, you know, why not? Here's my little ghetto Eurorack case. Just a cardboard box right now. Got my rack sitting on it. I've got the bus board here still plugged into the transformer. Transformer still fed from the power supply over here. And I've got this ribbon cable to the Pamela's new workout. I tried this one earlier, but there's no real light on here, so I couldn't tell if it was working. So now Pamela should tell us if everything is working when I turn it on. All right, explosions ready. On. I see data. Too bad I put this right underneath the kitchen light, huh? Look at that. My module, my first module ever, is powered. Holy shit. All right, so now for the really big test. I've got everybody plugged into the bus board. Red ribbon on the red ribbon side. And you can see that because it says down here, red wire, red wire. All right, so everybody's hooked up. And now we're gonna flip on the old power supply and watch my Frankenstein come to life. Oh, plates makes better lights. So look at that. Plates is lit up, rings is lit up. Monsoon, do you not have lights? Oh, he does have lights if you push buttons. Oh, interesting. A little freeze button. Oh, look at that. That's cute. All right, we got power. I got Pamela. I got oscillator. I got resonator. I got effectsinator. I got whenever I get my outs, I'll do my outs to my left, right, and then out to Pro Tools or my headphones. Oh, all right. Now where the hell are my patch cables? Damn it to hell. So just to show you what a dummy I am, because I was so excited about getting power to these, I forgot that my headphone jacks are small enough to fit in here. So with the plates, again, the oscillator, let's plug it in. So that's the sound coming out of the thingy. I don't know, I don't know if I can make it louder. Oh boy, I can't wait to get this plugged into an amplifier. I don't know if this phone can even pick that up. Check out my first squeaky noises. Alright, I told you I'd send you my first squeaks and boops. So I just plugged in a whole ton of stuff and just twisted a bunch of knobs. And here's what's coming out. Definitely not something I've ever heard Kronos do. So this is the oscillator, the thing making noises, sent to the granular processor or the effects box. And I mean, I'm literally doing nothing. There's no keyboard here. It's just playing oscillator noises into this thing. right, here's my very first ever Euro rack patch. My clock's messing with some of the parameters on the oscillator and everything going over into the effects. This is how amazing it sounds. Ready? Oh my god, this is amazing. Alright, so we have our little clock here, clock divider, going into the oscillator and into rings, some parameters, and into the monsoon effects generator. So basically this clock, 7 channels of clocks at different varying speeds. See how they're all blinking differently? Threw this thing into a random patch, twisted some knobs, and I cannot believe the randomness that's coming out of it. Alright, that's it, I'm done. That's what I came here to do. Bye-bye. So I have it sitting on a shoebox size Amazon box. But look at how little these things are. They're so tiny. Oh my god. So since the last noise I made, I'm making this noise now. At least it sounds a little more like music. On tonight's episode of How to Make Nothing But Noise, we have figured out how to do CV gate out of the System 8 into the Platts oscillator. Baby says his first words. Blah. Hey, almost music. Almost. Okay, last movie, I promise. Unless something really cool happens. But I have the sequencer playing out a wire to the oscillator, so that's why you hear different notes playing. And then I have all of these pieces plugged into this thing called rings, which is just a resonator. So all you hear right now is the sequencer. But then I turn on the clock that's going to basically fuck all this stuff up. So yeah, not terribly musical, but kind of interesting, at least learning how all these pieces work. Whew. And now for my next Eurorack masterpiece, I present LFO. this little piece because something interesting is happening with plats. Watch when it gets to the third stages. See that? Seems to be cycling through all the oscillators. I want to see if I can get it to go slower. Didn't like that. Didn't like that. That was instant. Huh. I don't know what's going on. Alright, let's take a look at our cables though. I got a lot of shit going on this time. Let me capture a couple of rounds of space crickets before I destroy it. So here's the start. And Monsoon, who's the guy actually making the space crickets, is getting it from these two stages. And then the freeze that holds it in place for a moment. Nice. I have achieved spaghetti. Hey, I just figured out how Yes writes all their music. Alright, so until I start memorizing this stuff, here's another video. This was making a 4-stage ADSR, attack, decay, sustain, release envelope out of these stages. And how it is wired is keyboard, MIDI, volt per octave into Platts, gate, run all the way around to the input gate of the 4-stage ADSR. Out of the ADSR, I'm only looking at it this way for visual purposes. So it's basically out of that to the level of Platts, and then of course out of Platts to the stereo. And it kind of plays like this. You can watch the lights here, light show. If you increase the attack, does exactly what it's supposed to. Decay, sustain. It's a long decay. Let's drop it down. Drop the sustain down further. So let's go a little smoother. And then of course the release. Release is either instant or not. These shape the envelope. So right now they're at a linear. I think this is a linear up here. But if you flip it down, these things start to change shapes. So you hear they sound a little different. Turn them back up. So if we want to go faster, you can't hear it on the phone, but there's actually some release there. The sustain's really low. So that's pretty cool. So that is a simple ADSR. So after about 2 days of sitting here trying to figure this out on my own and missing it literally by a nanosecond, literally, I got brave, took myself to Reddit, found the Modular Reddit group, created an account, went and posted my woes. How the hell am I supposed to control ensemble, which is an always on oscillator, unlike Platts that I can control with level. So level is being controlled through my my ADSR over here. I already talked about that, but it's basically key on, key off here. So the dude at Reddit replied right away, and he says, well, you have to use the CV on the VCA. So that's the only thing I wasn't doing. And I'm pretty sure I tried it, but I must have had something wrong. So basically this white wire here comes from the gate over here. So when I push a note, it tells it to go on, then I let go of the note, it tells it to go off. So that's what this VCA CV input is supposed to do. It's supposed to say, I'm on, I'm off. And then you take the output from that into, left and right, and then out to left and right, of course, out to the mixer. So now, this is Platts here, by the way. So if I turn off Platts and I turn on the left and right for ensemble, you can see it's getting voltage when the key is pressed. And that's because these things are telling it to go on and then telling it to go off based on the gate data here. And then of course the 1 volt per oscillator here is telling it what note to play. So let's bring Platts back in. So I don't know what it sounds like with the phone, but in the room it sounds pretty beefy. So Christ almighty. All right, I've got all my oscillators. Here's Platts, turning it up. Adding the 16 oscillator for MS ensemble. And now the two 21 oscillator chainsaws. That's this one. And the last one. Holy shit. All right, because this one was so damn hard to figure out, I'm going to record it because I'm going to completely forget the amount of wires it takes to make an envelope work. So what I have for input is volt per octave to a chainsaw. Then I have gate to the gate on the Quadigy, which gates all of these. And then out of the Quadigy, I'm going to the data just so I could see stuff, so ignore all that. But this first gate comes right back to, what is this? Volt per octave on the filter, because the first channel is the VC, the envelope for the filter for VCF. Let me turn this up. So you can see it's actually working. All right, and then channel 2, that one is this yellow gate, which turns into the VCA gate. And the VCA is getting its amplitude out of the filter. All right, and then out of the filter, of course, to the output. I mean, out of the VCA to the output. So switching to that mode, we can look at the ADSR there, make it immediately attack or slow attack. And you can see these changing over here. Kind of. And then this one is decay. So after literally all day yesterday fucking with this, I finally got an envelope to work. Even a release is working now, so holy shit. And then, oops, what do I got here? I got ARP going on. 3 and 4 for the demo mode was LFO, so there's a slow sweeping LFO here. I could take, I'm not going to do it, but I could take an out of there and into here instead and make it a sweeping filter. And then the last one was some kind of wave shaping, which I haven't messed with yet, so I don't know what that means. But I just wanted to record this because I'm going to completely forget this by tonight. Just a quick follow-up to that last one. I took the LFO and the wave shaping sample from the manual, and I ran them into 2nd volt per octave and FM. LFO is in the FM, so you can see it. You can see the sounds that are happening. Just more noise. So I only want to film this because I finally figured out how to test the skipper and the random trigger. And that's by basically putting marbles at high speed and sending various triggers out to it. And now you see they're actually doing something. So I can actually turn one of these down now, and it skips a little bit more than it did before. So how can I show that? How did I just show that a moment ago? I'm going to use the drum piece here. Let me turn everybody else down. So all I got is this little ticky thing going on, right? So I turn the skipper way down. And you see how it's only triggering randomly, even though it's high speed. So now increase the chance. Or 100%. So I'm using that to actually drive a second instrument over here. So this one too is being driven by the bloops over here. So if I bring them all back in, I made a little bass guitar using the filters. So this is complete madness, but it was to basically show how the random triggers are actually working and getting to use some of my filters. Wow. rolling the camera. Start out smiling, shoulders up, no hair sticking up. I have no idea what I'm gonna say. Remember, we're looking right there. Sit up straight. Ugh, 4K sucks, man. All right, let's do this. I'm so happy, I'm crying. Is that what I wanna say? Chest in, stomach out. Look you in the eye. Oh, I forgot to say who the fuck I am. Nope, that's not what I wanna say. So start out smiling, don't slouch. I'm gonna look you in the eye. Who the fuck are you? All right, take 15. Stop it. God, I'm not good at this.